Two people can both be good at two tasks, yet still benefit by splitting the work. That sounds strange until you understand comparative advantage. The point is not who is best at everything. The point is who gives up less by doing one task instead of another. Comparative advantage means having a lower opportunity cost in producing something. Opportunity cost is what you give up. A person, business, or country has comparative advantage when it sacrifices less of one thing to produce another. Imagine Maya can design a logo in 1 hour or write a sales page in 2 hours. Omar can design a logo in 3 hours or write a sales page in 3 hours. Maya is faster at both tasks, but that does not automatically mean she should do everything. The example works because it separates speed from sacrifice. Maya being faster at both tasks does not settle the question. The real comparison is what each person gives up when they choose one task over the other. For Maya, writing one sales page costs the time she could have used to design 2 logos. For Omar, writing one sales page costs the time he could have used to design 1 logo. Omar gives up fewer logos when he writes. That is his comparative advantage. Maya may have the comparative advantage in logos because she gives up less writing value when she designs. If Maya focuses on logos and Omar focuses on writing, total output can rise even though Maya is individually faster at both. This is different from absolute advantage. Absolute advantage asks who can produce more with the same resources. Comparative advantage asks who gives up less by choosing one activity. Many people confuse these two and miss why trade can help both sides. This distinction is why the concept is so useful and so often misunderstood. Absolute advantage flatters the strongest producer. Comparative advantage explains why cooperation can still create more value. Countries use the same logic. One country may be able to produce both cars and wheat efficiently, but still import wheat if producing wheat means giving up too many cars. Trade is based on relative cost, not just skill. The idea also explains workplace specialization. A founder may be able to answer support emails, design ads, close sales, and build strategy. But if strategy is the highest value use of their time, doing every small task personally can be costly. This is why founders often become bottlenecks. They may be capable of every task, but capability is not the same as best use. A founder answering every routine email may be sacrificing sales, hiring, or product decisions. Comparative advantage does not mean a person is bad at the other task. Omar writing the sales page does not mean Maya cannot write. It means Maya's time may create more total value elsewhere. This distinction prevents the idea from becoming an insult. The gains from specialization appear when exchange is possible. Maya focuses on logos, Omar focuses on writing, and they trade value. Without exchange, each person may be forced to do everything alone, even when specialization would be better. One mistake is assuming self-sufficiency is always safer. Doing everything yourself can feel independent, but it may waste time and reduce total output. A business that refuses to outsource anything may stay busy while growing slowly. Self-sufficiency can also become a pride trap. A person may keep doing low-value tasks because needing help feels weak, even when collaboration would produce a better result for everyone. Another mistake is ignoring quality. Comparative advantage is not a license to assign work badly. If Omar's writing is unusable, specialization fails. The comparison must include real output, not just time spent. Trade can still create problems. A region that specializes too narrowly may become vulnerable if demand changes. A worker who focuses on one skill may need to adapt when technology changes. Comparative advantage explains gains, not every risk. The question can also reveal tasks that should not be delegated. If trust, quality, confidentiality, or learning value is central, the lower opportunity cost may not be the only factor. The idea becomes practical when deciding what to do yourself and what to delegate. Ask, what is the cost of me doing this? What higher value activity do I give up? Who can do this at a lower sacrifice? Delegation becomes easier when it is treated as opportunity cost management rather than laziness. The question is not whether you can do the task. The question is what valuable work disappears while you are doing it. A family can use the idea too. If one person cooks quickly but hates grocery planning, while another enjoys planning but cooks slowly, splitting tasks by comparative advantage may reduce stress. The goal is not equal sameness, it is better total outcome. In economics, comparative advantage is one reason voluntary trade can make both sides better off. Each side gives up something that costs them less and receives something that would cost them more to produce alone. Trade works best when both sides understand the exchange. If one side lacks information or bargaining power, the outcome may still be unequal even when specialization creates potential gains. The concept also explains why high performers should still collaborate. Being better at many things does not mean your time is best spent on all of them. The scarce resource may not be talent, it may be attention. A good use of comparative advantage requires honest measurement. People often overestimate what they should do themselves because they ignore hidden costs: fatigue, delay, mistakes, missed opportunities, and strategic distraction. Hidden costs matter in teams too. If handoff time is huge or the delegated work needs constant correction, the apparent advantage may vanish. Comparative advantage has to be tested against the real workflow. The next time you divide work, do not ask only who is better. Ask who gives up less by doing each task. That one question can change how teams, families, businesses, and countries create value together. Comparative advantage is powerful because it turns trade from a competition into a coordination tool. The best result often comes when each side focuses where its sacrifice is lowest and then exchanges fairly. The idea can feel unfair at first because it does not always assign tasks to the person who is best overall. A brilliant surgeon may still hire someone else to do bookkeeping, not because bookkeeping is unimportant, but because the surgeon gives up more value by spending time on it. Comparative advantage also explains why trade is not automatically exploitation. If two sides freely exchange because each gives up less than they receive, both can gain. The ethical question is whether the exchange is fair and informed, not whether one side could technically do the task alone. In the surgeon example, the point is not that bookkeeping is beneath the surgeon. It is that every hour has an alternative use, and some alternatives carry much higher value. The concept becomes practical when a team is overloaded. Instead of asking who is most talented, ask where each person's time creates the least sacrifice. This can change hiring, delegation, outsourcing, household chores, and even how students divide group projects. The warning is that comparative advantage needs good measurement. If a manager ignores training time, communication costs, quality differences, or burnout, the calculation may be wrong. The concept is powerful, but it works best when real costs are included. Fair exchange matters because specialization alone does not guarantee fairness. Comparative advantage shows where gains are possible. People still have to decide how those gains are shared.